Okay, hey guys, this is Henry from Elite Self Coaching, and I'm joined with our client John, who's been with us for 6 months and had a really impressive journey from someone that wasn't working out regularly and didn't really have any kind of routine to someone that's now built those foundations that's going to last them a lifetime. John, thank you very much for doing this call with me. My first question for you that I'd like to know is, what made you reach out to Elite Self in the first place?
I had a couple of surgeries last year, and it was after my first surgery when I went in for my pre-op assessment. When they weighed me, I was the heaviest I've ever been. So when I was in recovery from my surgery, had a lot of time to think, and I decided that I needed to make some changes to my lifestyle. Because, middle age, you get into the age where you need to start making changes now. So that was pretty much my motivation, really.
And where were you at with your fitness before we started working together? What kind of things were you doing, if any?
Not a lot, to be honest. I was very sedentary. I work in an office job anyway, so I wasn't. I used to do a bit of walking, like to the supermarket and that. It's about 20 minutes each way. But other than that, not really anything. I've always kind of struggled with fitness my whole life. I've tried to do gym stuff, even hired PTs and that, but you never really get left with a long-term plan going forward. So it's like finish your sessions and then it's like, oh, what do I do now? So that was really one of the important things I discussed with Zach on the first call. Was I wanted to be given tools to go away with so I can continue after the 6 months was finished.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And what would you say you were struggling with the most before you started coaching?
I think going to the gym is like really scary, which probably sounds weird, but it's not knowing what you're doing. It's not having a good plan in place, not really knowing enough about nutrition. I still find the gym a scary place, but as you know, I turn my garage into a gym. So for me, that's worked out really well for me because I've got no excuse to not go downstairs and work out. Whereas because I don't drive, for me to get to a gym is at least a 20-minute walk. I know there's so many times that if I was going to go to the gym that I would procrastinate and not bother. But because it's downstairs, I have no reason to not go. So that's helped me out a lot as well, to be honest. But I think it's just the fear of other people and not knowing what you're doing and looking like an idiot and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's definitely something that most people, if not everyone, initially struggles with. And it's learning how to adapt to make sure that you can still do what you deserve to be able to do, which is exercise and look after your health and fitness. And you found that solution with the garage conversion and all of the additional equipment you've been buying in the past, which has been great to see. So, since we started working together, what kind of results have you seen, physical or mental or both?
I, I actually enjoy working out now, which is something I never thought I would do. The first 3 months with the circuits, that wasn't quite as enjoyable, to be honest. I understand why it was necessary. But once after the first 3 months, when you start going into the push, pull, and legs, I find that much more enjoyable. I actually do enjoy doing the working out now. Even physically, obviously taking the pictures every week or two, I can see that my body is changing shape. I'm getting muscles where, biceps and stuff. I can see my chest shape is changing. I've lost overall, well, from when I weighed myself at the hospital. I know that's not the measurement you've got because it was a few weeks later, but I'm down like 7 kilos, which is roughly 15 pounds. So slow and steady progress, but I'm happy with the progress I've made because I feel like I've set myself up to change the way I am or to change my lifestyle essentially. So it's put me in a good place anyway.
Awesome. Yeah, some big wins there as well. And definitely worth noting the slow and steady is not always a bad thing because it's so sustainable to keep it off rather than these rapid fat loss diets and approaches that people have. And they lose a lot of weight quickly, but regain it again very quickly. So losing it slow and steady usually is the best approach for keeping it off in the long term.
Yeah, and I think that was the most important thing actually was sustainability. It was a good word. I wanted to be able to sustain this. I think at the beginning I never had a goal about how much weight I was going to lose, which is probably strange as well. But in my mind, it wasn't about how much I wanted to lose. I just wanted to be healthier. I wanted to be fitter. I wanted to lose weight and gain muscle. I didn't really care how much weight I lost. I just want to be healthier and at a healthy weight. So
is there a one or several things that you're proud of the most in the last 6 months?
I'm just proud of all of it, to be honest. Like, I'm proud that I've lost so much weight. I'm just proud that I've maintained it. Yeah, I've not always been 100% my workouts. I mean, overall with the plan, I've never been at 100%. I never beat myself up about it. Even if I've done two, I think I've always managed to do my cardio. But even if I've only managed to do two weights, I never beat myself up because it's at the end of the day, I'm still doing it. I'm still going. It may not be as often as I plan, but I'm just really happy with the progress that I've made. And I just want to continue working on the progress I've started with. So
Absolutely. And it's all about that consistency, which is always drilled into you guys, because we just need to keep showing up and doing the reps, whether we can do everything that's set or our goals are, or just some of it. It's better than nothing, and just being consistent week after week, which you've always been, even with post surgeries as well, has been really impressive. Was there a moment in the last 6 months where you felt like things started to click for you and you really felt like you had some sort of momentum or big breakthrough?
yeah, I think it was after after I stopped doing the circuits, to be honest, and I started doing like the proper weight sessions. I think that was a real click for me because I actually started really enjoying those sessions. So I think that became more enjoyable from then. But yeah, I guess that was probably my big click moment. You feel like you're actually working out your muscles, don't you?
Yeah, you really don't like your circuits, do you?
No, I was not a fan at all. And that was
But
before I had the garage gym, so I was doing it all in my living room as well. So I was just like, well, yeah.
yeah, the environment change is a big help as well, definitely. Okay, so how do you feel now compared to when you started?
I just feel fitter, healthier. It's real, even like tracking the calories, like it's just really, yeah. Sometimes you don't meet your protein goal, or sometimes you go over your calories because you've had a weekend away or it's Christmas or whatever. But it's just the awareness, really. It's just like, it's something I'll continue to do even after this. Is just good for your awareness, to know what you're putting into your body. And some of it is actually quite shocking when you have a big chocolate bar on Christmas Eve and you realize it's like 850 calories, and you're like, what? I used to do this every weekend. Like, so yeah, feel fitter, healthier. Think even in the new year, I think every workout I've done, I've set new personal bests. So I do feel stronger. I mean, not every workout is going to be the best workout I've ever had. And it always isn't, and sometimes like I'm taking a step back with the weights. Like after this weekend, because I was away, in like how much weight I'm lifting. But the most important thing is I turn up and I do it.
So you mentioned before that you've had trainers and stuff in the past, and you've tried a few different things. What do you think's been different about this coaching experience compared to other things you've tried?
I feel like with this, I've actually got the tools to carry on and do it myself. I've actually really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed my trainer, Henry. Like, it's been really good. Honestly, when I speak to you, I just feel like I'm just talking to a mate. But you give really good advice. Even about random things I would never expect you to give me advice on. You always answer, message it. It's like you're always there to help me out when I need it, either by message or by phone. So I think that was one of the biggest things I wanted out of this, was to be able to sustain it and carry on after. And I feel like that's what I've got out of this program compared to other stuff I've done in the past. It's just like, oh, you finished, job done. What do I do now? I don't feel like that now. I feel like I can actually carry on and maintain and continue with the progress I've already made. So
there's a few odd things that we've come up with in our conversations that you don't expect, but it's always a bonus.
Oh, I can help you with that. Let me send you
exactly. I know a guy, kind of thing. You mentioned just now about having me for messages and things. How has having someone to check in with each week helped you?
It just helps. I mean, essentially, at the end of the day, I'm accountable to myself, but it helps having someone else to be accountable to, even if it's just for a short period. And I kind of like the length of this program, as it is 6 months, so it's longer. I think the last one I did online, it was only 3 months, and it was like, you did your 3 months, and then I made good progress, but then after that I had nothing to kind of continue. So I think the length of time was a good 6 months is good.
What's something, if anything, that you've learned from coaching that may have surprised you or shocked you?
I think just that I can actually do it, to be honest. Whereas I've tried working out before and I've always hated it, to be honest. I've never really enjoyed it. But I actually did enjoy it once we got past the circuits, obviously. I have actually enjoyed it. So I think it's kind of a change of environment, different style of coaching to probably what I probably had before. But I think it's just like I say, I keep going back to it's going to help me maintain this moving forward, which is what I wanted out of this.
And having the tools for the rest of your life, you can't put a price on that really,
Yeah.
because you've said before you've had things that work for that short period of time that you've got them, but then when you're left on your own, you feel a bit clueless and back to square one. So
Yeah.
it's a really, really big win in itself that you feel that empowerment and knowledge and education is in place for you to carry this on, and you've got a really good setup and routine in place to do so, and just keep thriving with it. What would you say the sort of elements of coaching, like the workouts, nutrition, the mindset, check-ins, and all those kinds of things? What area of the coaching would you say has helped you the most?
I feel it's too hard to even narrow it down. I mean, like some of the advice you gave me, like I really didn't expect it. Like even like you were sending me links to meditation stuff, and even when I had like after my first surgery, which was my nose, and I could finally breathe through my nose again, you sent me links about how to train myself to breathe through my nose again. So even though I wouldn't say those are the most important things, but it's like all these little things just kind of added to the quality I was already getting out of it. Of course, you think the most important thing is going to be, your workout sets or whatever, which it is important. Obviously, nutrition's really important as well. And you give me really good advice, even if I don't always follow it. You give me really good advice on that and resources I can use to find for meal planning and stuff. So for me, it's just the overall package. It's not just there's 6 months now, do one. It's like you've set me up to succeed for the future. So I think that's the most important thing for me. I keep going back to that, don't I? But I mean, it's the truth, though, isn't it? So
It's not a problem. It's also a good thing to be repetitive about something that's been so important to you. What would you say to someone that's on the fence about this whole coaching experience and having a coach?
I would say Elite Self Coaching was the best option I've had out of all the ones I've tried before. For all the reasons I've said before, the support you get, all the planning involved, just even like a holistic approach to not just about working out and stuff. I would definitely say just give it a try for 6 months, because it really has helped me get the tools to carry on doing it myself for the future.
If you could sum up your whole experience in just one sentence, what would you say?
I would say Elite Self Coaching gave me the tools physically and mentally. It's probably been the most transformational 6 months I've had. I feel good about what I've done. I feel good that I'm going to be able to keep doing what I'm doing. So I feel like it's put me on the right track for where I need to be for my middle ages.
Perfect. What's one lesson that you wish every beginner knew on day one?
Probably that it does get enjoyable in the end. So even if you've never worked out before, or if you hate working out like I do, that you'll feel like you're actually accomplishing something, and they actually feel like you enjoy working out, because that's how I feel now, to be honest. And I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, to be honest. But yeah.